She stood before the guardsman in a wedding dress, smirking as if the ceremony was about to begin. The crowd recorded, anticipating a show, until Karen made the fatal mistake. She grabbed his shoulder. The guardsman moved instantly, a sharp step forward, rifle snapping up, and a thunderous voice roared, "Stand back!" A second later, Karen was on the ground, and royal security was already approaching. But let's start from the very beginning. This channel won't survive without your subscription and likes. Help me! London, Buckingham Palace. The sun is shining, and hundreds of tourists flood the square in front of the grand gates, eager to capture a selfie with the royal residence as their backdrop. Cameras click non-stop. Kids dart between the legs of adults, shrieking with excitement, while tour guides struggle to be heard over the noisy crowd. Some people, balancing an ice cream in one hand and a smartphone in the other, film the traditional guards, hoping to catch even the slightest movement. But nothing could have prepared them for the absolute spectacle about to unfold. Emerging from the crowd is a figure so attention-grabbing, it's impossible to look away. Karen. A 40-something American woman, curvy and squeezed into a tight white dress that highlights every contour of her body. The fabric is stretched so much it seems like the seams might burst at any second. On her head, a long veil bobs awkwardly, draping down her back, tangled in her bleached curls, styled into elaborate ringlets. Her face is heavily caked with foundation, and her bright red lipstick extends well beyond the natural lip line, giving her an almost cartoonish appearance. Karen's eyes gleam with mischief, her lips curl into a predatory grin. She has just come up with something brilliant. "The wedding is starting!" Her piercing scream suddenly rings out across the square. She throws her arms wide open, commanding attention, and the crowd immediately reacts. Some people turn to see who's yelling, others whip out their phones, while a few just frown in confusion, wondering what's going on. But that's not even the best part. Just a few feet away from the epicenter of absurdity stands a guardsman. A young, fair-skinned man in the traditional red uniform and polished black boots, topped with a tall bearskin hat that makes him look even more statuesque. His expression is completely impassive. He might as well be carved from stone. His gaze locked straight ahead, posture impeccably straight, exuding discipline itself. He does not care. But Karen begs to differ. She marches towards him, heels clicking on the cobblestone, her too-tight dress swishing, the veil bouncing slightly, making her already ridiculous stride even funnier. The crowd begins to murmur. Phones are recording. "Where's my groom? Oh, there he is," she croons dramatically, pointing at the guardsman, then rolls her eyes back like she's just found the love of her life. The crowd stirs. Some people burst out laughing, some furrow their brows. Others, sensing incoming chaos, instantly start recording, waiting for the moment when this whole thing inevitably spirals out of control. But Karen doesn't waste time. She whips out a plastic bouquet from her belt, adorned with cheap fabric flowers, and triumphantly shoves it toward the guardsman. "Kiss the bride, my royal knight," she purrs, tilting her head coyly, batting her over-mascaraed lashes. The crowd erupts. People are howling with laughter, watching as she literally presses the bouquet into his face. Others shake their heads, realizing she's about to do something even crazier. But the guardsman does not move. Zero reaction. And that only fuels Karen's fire. The crowd quiets, but the tension builds. Phones are up. Everyone knows. Something is about to happen. The guardsman stands still, his gaze locked straight ahead. Not a single muscle twitches, not a hint of reaction. He is an unshakable force against the ridiculous storm unfolding before him. But Karen, she is not giving up. "Don't be shy, handsome. I know you want this," she coos, tilting her head flirtatiously and stepping even closer. The crowd gasps. She's practically pressed against him now. Her over-the-top wedding gown brushes against his sleeve, and her veil flutters in the light breeze. Some onlookers exchange nervous glances. She's serious? Oh, this is gonna end badly. I have to record this. But still, nothing. Karen searches his face, desperately looking for any emotion. A flinch, a smirk, something. But there's nothing. A brick wall. Disappointed yet thrilled by the challenge, she levels up. All right, if you're not my groom yet, I'll make you one. With a triumphant grin, Karen lifts her hand and hooks her veil onto his hat. The square explodes with laughter. Applause breaks out. The crowd is loving it. Click, click, click. Karen's eyes sparkle with victory. Yes, he's mine now. She dramatically steps back, admiring her work. Oh, are you just shy, my love? She giggles, crossing her arms. TikTok captions are already being written. Royal wedding, expectations versus reality. Karen just made herself a princess. Watch what happens next. But the guardsman does not move. No reaction, at all. Karen squints in frustration. What the hell? Is he a robot? No, this won't do. And then, she grabs his shoulder. The crowd gasps. At that exact moment, every single person with a phone hits record. Because everyone knows something big is about to go down. Silence. A second of absolute stillness. The air over the square feels thick, almost syrupy. The crowd gasps. Oh my God! Well, she's done for. Recording. Cameras capture the moment that, in just a few hours, will explode across every social media platform. The guardsman moves, lightning fast, as if a hidden program activates, as if a coiled spring is finally released. A sharp step forward, the rifle is raised, a thunderous roar shakes the crowd. Stand back! His voice booms like an explosion. Karen jumps back so fast she loses her balance. Thud! She lands flat on her butt. Oh, what a sight. The crowd erupts. Some people are doubled over in laughter. Click, click, click. Others cover their mouths but keep filming. Karen is in shock. Her veil flies off her head, drifting in the air before landing on the cobblestone like a discarded napkin. Her dress has hiked up, revealing a rather unflattering sight. Thick, pale legs, stockings rolled down, one shoe lying a few feet away. She looks like she just tried to rob Buckingham Palace and failed miserably. What the hell? She screeches, glancing around at the crowd. But the crowd doesn't care about her outrage. People are howling. Cameras capture internet gold. Drunk Karen thought she was getting married. Reality hit different. Royal Guard versus TikTok bride. Guess who won? Wedding of the year. Karen's face turns red, from anger, from embarrassment, from the realization that her face is about to be on every meme page out there. But the worst is yet to come. The guardsman goes still again, like a statue. But now, from behind the crowd, security guards from Buckingham Palace appear. Black suits, serious faces, walking straight toward her. Karen starts panicking. I was just joking, she shrieks, desperately trying to look innocent. But no one's buying it. Ma'am, stand up and come with us. You have violated royal protocol. The crowd gets louder. Someone yells, Congrats on your arrest, Mrs. Guard. The crowd roars with laughter. Karen, desperate, reaches for a security guard's arm. He yanks it away and speaks into his radio. Confirming incident. Need backup at the main gates. Karen realizes this is real. No! She screams, voice piercing the air, but it's too late. The crowd buzzes, laughs, records. Karen just went viral. But not in the way she dreamed. A viral explosion. Within hours, Karen's disastrous fall on Buckingham Palace's cold pavement is everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. The same clip floods the internet. A plus-sized woman in a wedding dress, sprawled out on the ground, veil flying off, screaming with her arms outstretched, while the guard stands motionless, like nothing ever happened. Title of the viral video: American tourist tries to marry a royal guard, gets a brutal response. The comments are ruthless. I've watched this 10 times. It just keeps getting funnier. When Karen thinks she can command the Queen's army. Her face when he screamed, "Stand back," priceless. Best wedding in history. The groom said no. Now I see why they carry rifles. The video hits TikTok's front page, racking up millions of views in just 24 hours. News outlets pick up the scandal. British guardsman stuns American tourist who violated royal protocol. What happened to the tourist who tried to marry a royal guard? Karen becomes a meme. Her horrified, screeching face is plastered onto meme edits. When you realize weddings aren't a joke. When the groom says no, loudly, Karen is finished. But she refuses to give up. The next day, a morning talk show. The host, a polished woman in a chic suit, barely hiding her smirk, holds a microphone. The camera slowly zooms in on Karen's face. She is furious, but trying to keep it together. "Karen, good morning. How do you feel after all this?" Karen dramatically rolls her eyes. "They humiliated me," she screeches, waving her hands. "I was just making a joke. It was harmless fun." The host raises an eyebrow. "Ma'am, were you aware that touching a royal guard is strictly forbidden?" The studio audience tenses. Karen's face tightens, lips twitching, but she forces a smile. "Well, it was just a wedding." Live chat explodes. Wait, she still doesn't get it? No way. She's actually delusional. The Queen saw this and sipped her tea without sugar. Karen keeps trying. "You know, I think the guard could have had a little sense of humor." The host simply shakes her head. "Oof, ma'am. Not in this universe." The show cuts to commercial. Ironically, Karen has now become the official face of dumb tourists. The internet has spoken. Her video is viral, but not in the way she wanted.